What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for strategy with the ticker symbol MSTR. I will first be going over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please trade at your own risk. So my goal for here today is show you guys what the market participants are doing and where are they most likely trying to take the price to next. So let's go over what happened today. It looks like there was a decent sized drop, which was expected. After Friday's close, it looked pretty bearish. It looks like price was trying to target this low right here, which had taken out. And it looks like we did fill in the gap right over here. So it looks like, lower prices were due. So it's not surprising to see, lower prices happen. So this should be not surprising at all. As you can see here, this even kind of foretold Bitcoin dropping, which it started doing today. We have this closed on Friday, and then we had Saturday and Sunday, and Bitcoin didn't do anything. And now you can see the price dropping on Monday. So it's kind of like a leading indicator right now. So it's a little bit more sensitive to the market. So if MicroStrategy starts selling off, then they're gonna probably going after Bitcoin as well. So you don't want to see a divergence between those two things. You don't want to see Bitcoin rallying and MicroStrategy not rallying. So if Bitcoin's still dropping and chopping down or chopping around that $90,000 level, then it's not a big deal to see MicroStrategy chopping around, dropping lower as well. Looks like they did buy more Bitcoin, so their total currently is at 499,096 Bitcoin. That is 2.377% of the total supply of 21 million that will ever occur. So let's just go over this peak right here, back here November 21st of 2024. That was the peak at 543. So remember that date, November 21st. If you look at their Bitcoin purchase history, November 21st, let's just say 11/18, they held 331,200 Bitcoin. And now they hold almost 500,000. So you're getting a company that's having much more Bitcoin at a much lower price. So you can see how well sometimes the market can get overextended, and then now we're kind of overextended, starting to get overextended on the lower side as well. So this company holds about 160,000 more Bitcoin than it did at that prior peak, 170,000 more Bitcoin than it did at that prior peak, and it's at 50% discount. So you see that this peak was 540, 542, 543, whatever. And you see that we drag it from the low to high, or high to low. Currently, it's at a 48, 49% drop thus far. And if we do go back up to the prior high, that's probably 100% gain. So still looking pretty good for MicroStrategy. Technicals say it is looking still bearish. In the short term, though, as you can see, our price is below this trend line, below the EMA. We did just bust through support, so price failed to hang out the support level and bounce off of it. So price did break down lower. This was a descending triangle. Not all descending triangles break down lower, but a lot of times they do, more times than not. So price did break down lower. Where is it headed now? Well, we can look at measure moves targets. This is one leg down right here, second leg, and this was a good target right here. It looks like we did just reach it just now. And also, if not, then we might be in a larger leg down, one leg down right here, second leg down, and this takes price right towards the 214 level. So that's still above the prior high right back over here in March, before price broke out. So we can see lower prices, but again, we shouldn't see high 100s, mid 100s, and if we see that, then there's a good chance that we probably have topped. So I think still between the the mid 250s, the high 200s, possibly at the most extreme, you want to see the low 200s. You want to see anything lower than that, then it's still fine. The bull trend can still continue. You just don't want to see a huge collapse lower. This was what happened before as well, so it's not surprising to see MicroStrategy drop 50% from this peak to this low right here. That was a 49% drop. And now from this peak to this low, that's about a 49% drop as well. With reaching the measure move target, as you can see here, we have this big one obviously is not met yet, but we have this leg down right here, and it looks like the market participants tried to reach this one. Price came very close to it, right back over here. It was just shy of about 277, It was at 284, and now price moved up higher, kind of reset the count. So we have one leg down right here by the bears, correction, first attempt to reach the measuring target that failed, correction, second attempt, or the second attempt. A lot of times that can lead to higher prices. So I don't think we're going to see that much more lower prices for MicroStrategy. Again, I could be wrong. Nothing's guaranteed in the market, obviously. I would say be prepared for anything. Let's just say this is the top right here. Most likely, price is going to take another 3 years to come back to it, just like, every Bitcoin cycle, it's about 4 years. So if we have topped, it'll be another 3 years probably to get back to break even. Just like over here was 2021, this peak right here, 2021, let's move it over, 2024. So it took about right around 3 years to get to the same point in time. So maybe we do the same thing again. So worst case scenario, I mean, you just hold the stock for 3 years. I mean, that doesn't seem like a big deal to me. But that's like the worst case scenario as well, because most likely this will continue moving up higher in the future. They own 500,000 Bitcoin at this point. As you can see here, 490,096, more than 11 times than the second closest company, Mara Holdings, more than practically all the Bitcoin ETFs besides IBIT, more than probably all the countries combined as well, 512,000 for the countries, governments, and they're going to continue to buy more. As you can see here, practically every private company will continue to increase their Bitcoin holdings. So let's just imagine a world where Bitcoin does become the money, which it eventually will. Why? Because fiat currencies will continue to lose value. People will lose their confidence in it, and they will go to a harder money, which is Bitcoin. It's not gold. Can't transact gold over thousands of miles instantaneously. It's going to be Bitcoin. So again, Bitcoin is the people's money. Fiat currency is the government's money. So why would you want to continue using something that continues to get debased? They continue to take your purchasing power year by year, and you have to work harder and harder. I mean, that's just how the system is designed. So Bitcoin stops that, and most likely it will become the money of the world. So how does it feel to have 2.37% of the total amount of money that will ever exist in the world? I mean, that just makes sense to me that if you calculate in your head that this becomes the most valuable company in the world. So let's see what happens. But as right now, that's what I see on the daily chart. Looks like we're going to be seeing a potential bottom, but we could see lower prices as I've defined lower, which is not a big deal either. Looking at the weekly chart, again, price finally pierced through that EMA, like I've been saying for several times now. Just like every pullback since this entire uptrend, price, when it dropped down lower, it went right through the white line, this EMA. So we had a drop down here, just slightly, right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, and now again right here. So it's doing what it has been doing. So nothing is out of the ordinary. We don't want to see a huge collapse. That would be out of the ordinary. But this is still in the realm of being a pullback. And we're still above the bullish trend line right here. Still above this bullish trend line right here. And or reaching it as well. So again, overall, still looking pretty healthy for MicroStrategy. I'm looking for higher prices. Let's take a look at some measure move targets. You can take this low to this high, and then you drag it over. Price reached that target, and then it started chopping around, and then it exceeded that. So this tells me that we're probably going for a bigger move now. So this is all one leg right here. Combine the first two legs to form one larger leg. You drag this up, and then next leg up will take price to right around the $2,300 level. So again, that's without stock splits, but again, that is what the technicals say. And then you could even look at a more longer term picture as well. One leg up right here. Second leg up, that target was met, and we're probably in a bigger target now. So one leg up right here. Combine the first two legs together, and you drag it over. That's right around 4,000. So looking for 2,200 and then 4,000. So again, I don't know which one's going to happen. Maybe we don't reach them at all, but I think there's a good chance we at least reach the $2,200 level. So let's see what happens for MicroStrategy. Looks still to me pretty good. If you understand the picture, if you understand the fundamentals, you shouldn't be scared at all. Knowledge reduces fear. So if you understand the company, you understand what they're doing, you understand the chart as well, It's not a big deal what we're seeing right now. Then you should have basically no fear for MicroStrategy. So all I have for MicroStrategy strategy today. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time.